Excuse me. Just put some eye drops in. Eyes were red. Freaking cat pretty much slept on my forehead last night. This is just a quick post. If any of y'all fuck with me on this music shit, and pardon my language right out the gate, and you wonder maybe why I haven't put anything out recently, or you know, did I just disappear again? The answer is no. I've been working on just my studio setup, my arrangement, my sound, trying to make things more professional, just better and more inspiring and creative for me, to make better product music. So, you know, I had the little crappy studio in the bedroom. It was, you know, nothing basically. And then I ended up renting a spot from a buddy of mine, Jake Badger. Had a great room set up there. Still, there wasn't much to it, and I would have liked to kept that spot, that studio space, but the commute was just, it was too much, and it was killing productivity. So I had to basically move back home. And during that time, my wife had decided to move my son out of his bedroom and into our old bedroom. So that was a whole ordeal that took, I think, a while. You know, I helped a little bit, but not much. So shout out to wifey for handling that shit. But then I got the idea where I really needed a new studio desk. I needed a workspace. I needed more room. I needed acoustic treatment. I've been mixing songs without any acoustic treatment at all, hardly. So that's why some of my mixes have been shit. So we agreed that I could use my son's old bedroom, and we would kind of share it as a workspace. And as soon as she's, said that, I was like, cool. So I just, I needed a new studio desk. I started looking, found some really nice ones, and almost bought one, but it was like $3,000. The one I needed was like $3,000, and I was a little out of my budget because I'd rather spend that kind of money on, things that actually help, the sound of the music, preamps, compressors, things like that. So, looking and looking, couldn't find one. Finally, I just decided, man, fuck it, I'm gonna build one from scratch. So I hit up some people I know that are carpenters, do carpenter work, and nobody really had the time, or they've never built a studio desk before, or just a desk in general. So I said, fuck it, man, I'm gonna do it myself. And I drew up a rough sketch, went to Home Depot, bought all the wood I needed and everything, and then just started that. And what I thought was going to take me a couple days took me like 2 weeks, like no joke. Also during that time I injured my back, so man, it was chaos. So it's just a really slow process, trying to build that desk and get it exactly how I wanted it, because I have no carpenter skills. Like, I rebuilt our deck last year, and any skills that I had, I got from that just by trial and error. But I was determined. I was like, man, I'm going to build this fucking desk. I'm going to build it the way I want it. I want it to look exactly how I want it to look. Like, I want it to be perfect for me, for what I do. So I got started on that. Eventually knocked it out, got it done. And then I had to look at acoustically treating the room so that the mixes could come out better. And when recording vocals, if I got artists in here, things like that, like the room needs to be treated, needs to be a professional studio quality sound. So I said, fuck it, man, I'm gonna build the panels too. I built the desk, why not build the panels? So I got the supplies I needed, more lumber, rock wool. So if any of you guys do music, or somebody does music and they got that shitty ass foam on the wall that everybody buys from like fucking Amazon, fuck that shit. You don't need that shit. That shit is terrible. Like, it's decent for like high noises, like trebly noises, but the biggest problems you're gonna have in studios is the low frequencies, the bass. Like, you got to get bass traps, you got to get quality bass traps, you just need thicker, more dense quality, sound absorption. So go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, get a fucking bundle of rock wool. It's like $60, and with that you'll have more than enough to build as many fucking panels as you need for the average room. I've got so much that I've got a bunch left over, like it's crazy. So so I start building the panels. I get the panels together, you know, and that's a science in itself. You gotta like look at your room, figure out where you're going to set your desk. Then you got to figure out, you know, the sweet spot for your monitors. Then you got to figure out all your reflection points for the music, like where they're going to bounce off, you know, firstly, and then secondly, and then you got to know where sound diffusers go. And then you got to, you know, like I said, you got to have your bass traps, but not only your bass traps, you got to have your fucking corner traps, which are like, see if I can get, which is like this up here, like specific shit. And like, and all this shit takes time to build, especially when you don't know what you're doing. So excuse me, I'll you know, put some pictures at the end of this to kind of show, like, you know, what it started from, and then like the whole process of just like all the pictures I got along the way, which is not a lot, but it's a few, but you get the idea. But anyway, I'll do a quick view of the room real quick, because I feel like, man, I'm fucking proud of it, man. I feel like it looks great. It's inspiring, man. I'm ready to do some music again. And so yeah, I'm gonna turn this camera around and do just a quick, you know, show y'all how I got it set up, and just kind of show you what's going on. So this is my new studio desk that I built, and sorry, it's a little cluttered right now. I'm still getting settled in, but yeah, it starts over here and it wraps around all the way over to here, and got plenty of space for future, you know, rack units. I could probably fit 12 down there. I could fit 4 to 6 over there. I've already got 2 installed over here. I got more shit on the way. I got more rack space down there, but real talk, one of these will probably just end up being storage. So I'll probably, you know, build some shelves in there. But yeah, so this just kind of, it angles, you know, like a studio desk should. You know, it wraps around, so it's kind of like a spaceship. Got the dual 27-inch screens up there ready to go, high def, full HD. I had to upgrade the computer, so still got the laptop, you know, just for mobile shit. But I had to upgrade to that new M1 Mac, and man, I got a gang of space and a lot of CPU now, so you know, I'm not having to fucking, like, it's so much better. You know, got the studio mic set up in here. This room is mainly for vocals, but you know, I can track guitars and bass and shit in here too. But yeah, that's, you know, pretty much the studio setup now. This desk took so long. Like, I built this padding up here, and it's nice and thick. And then I had to buy this slide out keyboard tray on Amazon, and then install that in the desk. And man, this just took a lot of time. And then I got the panels. I built the panels. Here's some of them, and these are really thick, you know, thick rock wool panels. Got those there. It's my bass traps now. I got, you know, essentially floor to ceiling bass traps right behind the 8-inch monitors, perfectly where I want them. I got these huge fucking partitions from a call center that shut down, you know, so that's a good tip. If you're looking for, if you don't even want to build panels, man, find somebody that's like liquidating call centers and buy these fucking panels, man, because they're huge. They'll go pretty much cover your whole wall. And so that's kind of what I did. You know, I built as many panels as I needed, and then I installed these on the wall. This is just some little homemade sound diffuser shit right now. This ain't nothing, but this is going to be a whole wall of sound diffuser, and actually be made out of wood, not these egg carton shit right now. But this is just, it does the trick for what it needs to be. More bass traps back here. Yeah, I put bigger ones back in the corner, smaller ones up at the front, because pretty much got floor to ceilings over here. And then one important thing is very thick acoustic panels over top of the desk, between the sweet spot, between the seat and the monitors. So right here's your sweet spot. This is where your panels need to be. Bam, right there. So, and this is just the start of what it looks like now. It's going to continue to get better as we go. I like this. This is my favorite shit right here. So you get this, kind of do this, turn this up. Let's do like, you know, so when I'm trying to vibe out, you know, got the studio set up, like, yeah. When it's time to vibe out, it's time to vibe out. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I don't know how much work I put into this. It's been just constant, straight work. But now's the fun part. Now's time to get back to making music. So I just wanted to share this with y'all. Sorry, it's a 10-minute video. I'm gonna put this shit on YouTube more than likely. All right, I love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.
A creator and a creature, crowd goer in the feature. Now run it up like I did on the first time when I said that shit. When I came back and I slid in the Escalade with my bitch. I'ma ride around, I'ma come around. Got a 32 in this bitch. I'ma hit it up and I'ma run it back and I'ma make sure I get rich. Top that. Big water, water, my drip wet. 30K, my shit